Wow, we are back at Talking Maserati. Talking Maserati podcast. Talking Maserati podcast. And since we have new equipment, we get to start off with a song by Maserati Shells. Start by Maserati Shells, my bad. New song. Not new song, but since we have new equipment, we get to start the shows with songs from Maserati Shells so you guys can just hear my music and think, hey, is he trash? Is he good? But while he talk positive stuff, that's what I used to do. So let's go with this song. This is called Big Dude Freestyle off of the No Elevators 2 mixtape that came out in 2023. Let's have some fun.
What up? Yeah, we getting back to it. Well, latest two. Yeah. Shout out Big Boogie. Fuck with me. Bitch, I'm Big Dude. How you say? Bitch, I'm Big Dude.
She say, Mozzie, boy, stop bitching. Ho, I'm not your last nigga.
No.
That's your past nigga. I'm Big Daddy, smash quicker. Damn, lil' mama, find your way. You been your ass bigger. Body strike tigger. She eat dick with white Skittles.
Eat it up. Man, you know what? We just in here. Shout out everybody. Know what latest two. DJ Red Run. Bitch, I'm Big Dude. How you say? Yeah, fuck with me. Bitch, I'm Big Dude. Yeah.
She say, Mozzie, boy, stop bitching. Ho, I'm not your last nigga.
No.
That's your past nigga. I'm Big Daddy, smash quicker. Damn, lil' mama, find a way. You been your ass bigger. Booty strike tigger. She eat dick with white Skittles. Sliding with the demons, and I got lil' mama nervous. If that bitch give up the pussy, did you know it's closed curtains? Fuck her to some Drake, then I'm skiing on her face. Chicken wings and fries, we don't take these hoes on dates. Yeah, the way I beat that pussy up, she think I'm trying to hurt her. No, I'm trying to find out if lil' mama a real squirter. Yeah, gave a dope dick off the perks, yeah, I'm sick.
Man, I'm
Demon time, baby, tell me, can you handle this? Put a thick ass on the counter, eat the pussy, then I pound her. Lock a number, then I ghost her, treat her like a out-of-towner. Yeah, I'm a liar and I really don't care.
I don't care.
Tell these hoes anything that they wanna hear. Yeah, I had to keep it peak. She could do that shit to me. Made this game made free. You see how these hoes be? Man, I like my bitches ratchet with a little bit of practice. Freak hoe in the room, but out in public, she act classic. She swallowed dick like Advil. Her head game is mad real. Caught her ass on camera, now her sucking dick my ad lib.
Shout out Big Boogie. Fuck with me. Bitch, I'm Big Dude. How you say? Bitch, I'm Big Dude.
She say, Mozzie, boy, stop bitching. Ho, I'm not your last nigga.
No.
That's your past nigga. I'm Big Daddy, smash quicker. Damn, lil' mama, find your way. You been your ass bigger. Body strike tigger. She eat dick with white Skittles.
Eat it up.
Woo, man. Making that mixtape was fun, man. That was 2023. Whole lot was going on in 2023, but we are back. And as we start the podcast, today's episode actually came from me reading this book right here. I don't know if I told you guys about this book right here. Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender, right? And first and foremost, I want to thank everybody who tapped in with the Versus music segment I have. So I have this new episodes I'll be doing called Versus, where I take local rappers I know, people that I might find. If I find your music and put it up against other people's music, it's harmless. It's just some good competition, compatibility, collaborative work. Where I take 5 songs from this person, 5 songs from another person. I play them back to back. I let people go in the comments and say if it's good or not. I post it on my Instagram, let people think. So if you have some music, DM me. Let's rock, right? But I want to thank everyone who listened to it, looked at it, commented, did all that, right? I really, really appreciate y'all. That's really dope. I really appreciate that because y'all didn't have to take time to do that, right? So today's episode, right? What I want to talk about today, right? And I want to make sure I word this right, is sometimes you can have the right dream and the wrong team because you choose not to think about compatibility before collaboration. Think about that. You have the right dream, but the wrong dream because you're not trying to see if you're compatible before you collaborate. And I think a lot of us have been through that. A lot of us have seen that. A lot of us have been victims of that because we want to work with people that we close to, that we have ties to, or that we cool, we call homes, we call family, we call friends. but we're not really compatible to work with them in our team. Like they good as a family member, or they good as a friend or significant other, but working they not compatible, right? And you got the right dream. The dream is so solid, right? The dream is so solid. You know the dream is solid, but the team is weak. And not weak like we say weak as in weak in strength or weak in mind. Just the hustle ain't there. That creativity's not there. The work you put in, they're not going to put in that same work. They're not going to wake up them early hours instead of them late nights and still put in that grind. They're not going to do an episode every day. They're not going to be in the studio 10 hours a day grinding, paying a producer, doing all that stuff. They're not going to do that, but you are. Why? Because you got the right dream, wrong team. And they're not compatible before you collaborate. So those are things that I had to learn. And you got to let go of some of these things, right? And a lot of us go through life holding on to these relationships because they make us feel good. A lot of things that's bad for us make us feel good. You know why? Because we spend a lot of time trying to fix things that don't want to be fixed. Some things like being broken. Some people like being broken. And what that means is you have the right dream, but the wrong team. And this can be as simple as a relationship or a marriage. Some of y'all are married right now to a person who wants to be broken forever. No matter how good you treat you, no matter how good you treat them, no matter how much you love them, they're never going to receive it the right way. They're never going to feel complete. They're never going to fully accept what you have for them. They're always going to complain, say it's not enough. It's not enough. It'll never be enough. They'll always want more. That's why I can't stand when I see a lot of these women put, and I'm not woman bashing. I'm just saying it bothers me when I see women say, you got to keep my attention. I need a man that can keep my, why do I have to keep keeping your attention? Are you that so bird brain that nothing keeps your attention? Me being a good man, me pouring into you, me doing this, me doing all that, it's not enough to keep your attention. I got to sit here every day and tell you, oh, I love you, I care about you. Yeah, it's nobody else besides you. Every day I got to show you that. I can't just show you that by showing up, by being a man of integrity, by being a man of respect, making sure I'm standing on 10, make sure I'm handling my business. That's not enough. I got to keep telling you this over and over and over for you to get it. Are you 14 or are you 25? Or are you a grown woman? What are we doing here? Right dream, wrong team. Y'all not compatible to be collaborating. Okay, I'm going to break it down like this. Not compatible to collaborate is picking the wrong baby mama. Y'all collaborated on a child, but y'all not compatible to raise it. See, I collaborated on a child, but y'all not compatible to raise this child. So now the child got to see stress and strife between the two parents, and now it affects their life. But you be like, oh, no, it's just when we was young, it was right, it was cool. When I was doing all the wrong stuff, seeing like we was working out, when I got my shit together, now she think I'm a problem. Oh, I know how I feel, brother. I know how I feel, because I feel like when you're doing all the wrong thing, everything goes right. When you're doing the right thing, everything goes wrong. I know how I feel. I get it, P. That ain't P. I understand that, P. So what you got to understand is when you working on you, trying to fix your broken pieces, you can't go fix their broken pieces because that will shatter yours. That's like walking on rice paper with a broken foot. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work because a lot of people, like, bro, I'm telling you, I be on social media a lot of times just hawking. I just be hawking, chicken hawking. Yeah, I be seeing what you be on. Yeah, I see what you're doing. I know what you're doing, love. I see it. I know. Because I know, bro. I've been through enough to know. I just look young, bro. I know. I've been through enough to know when a person really hurting inside, when they really feel empty, when they really feel lonely. Yeah, you. I know you lonely. I know you hurting. I don't care how many pretty pictures you take. I don't care how many half naked pictures you take when you say you all that. I don't care how much ass you got and how much titties you got, how much showing. I know you hurting because you wouldn't have to do all that. If you really loved you, if you really was you, if you really believed in you, you know it don't take all that. Because we all know certain things are quality that you can't show that are seen. There's certain qualities that you can't show that are seen. Why? Because with the right dream and the wrong team, you can't win. But with the right dream and the right team, you can win. Why do you think the people that we say, oh, they don't look good, this and that, they be winning? Because why? They can compatible. They have the same dream. They're not worried about how they look. Too many people are concerned about the external. And I'm like that too. We all like that. We see some fine shit. I'm like, that's some fine shit right there. I like that. Because we so wrapped up on visual, not internal. Because see, when you get to people's internal, they're real ugly. I know a lot of fine women that are ugly inside. And not because of their own fault, not because of their own doing, because of the traumas in life that happen, things that happen to them that they refuse to address. And it's hard to address. I know it's hard to address. Because life is hard. Life is hard. I know. Trust me, I know. I live life every day. And I'm blessed by the Most High to wake up happy every day. Bro, you know the greatest compliment I get? I was at the Juneteenth Festival the other day. And people, and this is what success is to me. I can't say about you, but this is what success is to me. I got my son with me, right? He finna be 21. Yes, I have a 21-year-old son. They think I'm his big brother, but really I'm his dad. And when I'm chilling with him, just chilling, me and him chilling, we just chopping it up, you know. My pea pot, I mean, he just be popping peas, you know, we just chilling. Not like that, that's just how he talk. We just chilling, right? I'll see somebody know, hey, what's up, man? I say, hey, this is my son. That's all I say. Hey, this is my son, Jalen, just is my partner. They say, man, you know how good your dad is? A good dude right here. Your dad, this is a good dude. Man, he do a lot for the community. This, your dad, you know, your dad is. That's success to me. That I help and pour into people because I know people go through stuff, so I can be a positive light to people. When they walk up and tell me something in your podcast, bro, man, you be kicking it, man. Some of the stuff you saying, we be needing to hear that because I know a lot of people go through stuff, and it's hard to talk to people because people will tell your business. That's why I do this, because I feel like I be saying things that reach certain people that they can't even talk to nobody. So when I be talking, I know they talking to the screen on YouTube. Like, man, Shells, you right. Damn, Maserati, you right, man. I wish I could just talk to somebody. I wish I could open up to somebody and be vulnerable and not be judged or laughed at, and my business be spread out across the world. Yeah, I know. I know how it feels, bro. Trust me, I know how you just want to sit across from somebody like, hey, man, it's hard right now. Life is kicking my ass. I got bills. I got life, my woman, my kids. I'm not respected at my job. I'm not respected at home. You got the government tripping. The economy's bad. I can't even afford to live, let alone die. It's hard. And I'm black. And I'm Mexican. And I'm a minority. And I'm poor and white. It's so many variables that people are going through that they want to just break out and yell and scream. I know what they're going through. So I know my podcast help people in certain ways. It might not be the biggest podcast, might not get the most views, but when I'm in public, where I'm from, where I'm touching down, when I see people that watch it, they be like, man, thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. And that's what it takes. I keep doing it. Why? Because I got to have the right dream with the right team so I can collaborate with those I'm compatible with, right? And it's happening in slow motion. I don't force relationships. I don't force business partnerships with no one. I rock with who rock with me. A lot of times you see this is just me by myself saying this. I learned this through people telling me how to set my lighting up, how to set my background up, how to set up stuff, how to make things look. It took time because I realized I had the right dream and the wrong team. Not the wrong team in the sense of they didn't want to work. There wasn't what I wanted just wasn't what they wanted. And it was nothing wrong because what they wanted, I didn't want. And it was nothing wrong with that. There's no animosity. There's nothing wrong. We were just on two different paths. Why? There was a big age gap, a big mental, emotional gap, right? So we had to say, finally, y'all can do y'all. You know, and I've seen some people that I used to rock with. I've seen some of the interviews and things they said. I felt a certain way, like, damn, bro, like, that's a one-sided story. But I got to understand that from their perspective, that's what they thought, and they think that's real. I have to respect that because we're not compatible. See what I'm saying? So when you hear that and when someone says that, you have to understand that. And I'm very aware of that. I'm very aware of the fact that, hey, everybody's not going to see it like I see it. Everybody's not going to understand it like I understand it. a lot of people are just going to be like, hey, okay, maybe, maybe not, right? But for me, how I look at it, how I'm seeing it, is we are here to help people. We are here to do better, you know? And like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a, well, I might be a tad bit boring because I don't do much. I say the crib, but I like to joke around and talk shit. I be on Instagram talking shit. I be in the comments talking shit. I do not be serious. I just be talking shit, having fun. I just be poking a bear. If you say something wild, I'ma laugh. If you argue with somebody, I'm gonna laugh. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna poke fun at you. So don't get mad tough at me because I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna be a buster, okay? Okay, I'm being a custer, cuz. But nah, hold on, I'm doing something. I'm messing around. Anyway, yeah. So I say that to say this, right? I have a buddy of mine, right? And he had listen, I have a buddy of mine. I don't want to say his name, but he knows who he is when he watches my stuff. So he follows me, he watches. He hit me one time. This was in early 2020 when I first started my podcast. And I told him I heard the story when I first started my podcast. It was like, Juice Unlocked clown me. I had a sheet, a futon, and my phone, a S9 Galaxy, right? And I was climbing. I was just interviewing artists, right? People was rocking with me, right? And he asked me, he was like, hey, my earrings. Sorry. He was like, hey, how do you like load up your podcast? How do you do this? And he was asking me about the podcast question. I'm like, I told him everything, like every last detail that I knew of this podcast shit because me and him were high school friends and like we were cool. So I'm like, bro, I ain't tripping here. This is everything I did. He ran with it. He created a very successful podcast. His format was different from mine. It was live. It had interactive things and it was all this cool stuff. It kind of influenced a few podcasts that are out right now. With that being said, it didn't last because he had the right dream, but he had the wrong team. He collaborated with people that he wasn't compatible with in that setting. In life, they're very compatible, but in that setting, they weren't compatible. His dream wasn't theirs at that time. Now they have that dream, but they're still not compatible for where he's at. I've always had an entrepreneurial mindset. I've always said, hey, I like rap. You heard me do a song. I like rap. I don't think I'm the best. I feel like some dudes are better than me. I'm pretty good. Don't play. I get on your ass quick, nigga. We put belt to ass with this shit. But I always knew I was business oriented. That's why I went back to school. That's why I conduct myself a certain way. I hold myself to a certain standard. So when I was with my team, we had these meetings and we would sit down. I knew eventually that I was to blame with a lot of the small problems because your team's a reflection of you if you're the leader, by all means. If you're the leader, their team's a reflection of you by all means. I don't care what you say, how you shape it, cut it. They're a reflection of you. Your small mistakes are the team's big mistakes. The wins are theirs. The losses are yours. Simple and plain. When they win, they get the credit. When y'all mess up, you take the blame. As a leader, that's how it is. Right team, wrong dream. You're not compatible. Shouldn't collaborate, right? A lot of this goes over our heads because we get so caught up in the vision. The vision of marriage, the vision of friendship, the vision of record deals, the vision of a movie, a vision of all this, instead of saying, look what's right in front of us. These people are broken. I see it. I see it. And this is not to no one particular, so don't take this when I say this to anyone particular. Dang, I feel sleepy. It's kind of late. Not really. Past my bedtime though. A lot of married women find themselves liking me. Well, a lot of women so like me. I ain't mad at shit. Bad motherfucker. Anyway, nah, but and well, I don't. And by the way, I do not mess with married women. Let's put that out there right now. Never have, and I never will. It's a God thing, and I think husbands will. I'm so sorry. That's so unprofessional. That's so unprofessional, but I'm not gonna cut it out. Sorry, I just don't. I don't edit. But I know husbands will kill behind their wives, so I don't go that route. But I will say this: I know husbands kill behind their wives, right?
And that's something I just don't do. No way. That's not me. I'ma keep it P.
Right. So, with that being said, I'll meet some females or they'll hit me online and we'll flirt and they'll be like, "Oh, I like you." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then it'll get to a certain point where like, well, to be honest, transparent, I'm married, but it's not like that. We separated. It's been over. I've been checked out. Baby girl. Look, check it out. That's what we say to females. So I got homies who say that to females. But listen, we can be friends, but I just don't do that. Like, no disrespect to you or him. I got homies that knock you back and I care. I just care about me, right? So I wouldn't do that. That's just me. And then you know what you hear? You hear this. That's it. Then it's like, they go goes for a little bit, then they hit me back. You know, but you gotta be careful. Right? Dream, wrong team. Collaborate with someone you're not compatible with. And a lot of dudes don't even know this. A lot of you dudes. And it goes both ways. It goes both ways. I'm not even gonna cap. It goes both ways. I'm telling you right now. When I worked in a warehouse, I work with women, right? Because women work in a warehouse now, right? And they'll tell me, "Oh, you know, because I work out a lot. I take care of my skin. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't do nothing. I don't eat meat. So I'm very like on this level, right? I don't curse. Well, I do curse, but I'm like around women. I'm not profane. Like certain things, I just carry myself a certain way. You know, I was working 2 jobs while going to school. I'm doing all these things. I'm like, I'm a little bougie. Like I like things so right. Like you see, like my clothes, I smell good all the time. You know, my skin, I take care of my skin, manicure, pedicure. Like, I take care of me. Manscaped, you know, I'm clean, baby. I would have women say, "My man doesn't do none of that." I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, I've traveled. I've seen the world. I've been to Rome. I've been to Turks and Caicos. I've been to Virgin Islands. I've been places, right? I've seen the world, right? Got properties. I made this. I got all these things, 2 cars. Like, so women be like, "Damn, like, okay, like, but my guy hasn't done nothing. We just sit at home." I'm like, I feel bad for you. Like, damn, that's bad. I feel bad for you. Oh well, you be alright. But I hear him like, damn, I'm like, they really be talking bad about their husband and they at work and their husband at home thinking it's all sweet. But then on the flip side, ladies, while y'all dogging these men out at work, trying to flirt with your coworkers, telling me he's not all this and the sex ain't great and you've been horny and this and that. Cause they say that, fellas. Yes. They at work talking about sex 24/7. Right dream, wrong team. Check compatibility before collaboration. Fellas, a lot of fellas I talk to, ladies. Only with y'all because of them kids. Yeah, they tired of you nagging, not cleaning, not cooking. You out of shape. You got a mouth. Like, I be like, bro. Like, they be like, man, shows. Now, when I say this, I'm only being transparent. I pull up with a bad little white thing, bad little Mexican thing, bad little black thing. So you keep them. Nah, that's just my friend. That's just my little friend. You know, my little friend, my little yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't be doing too much, P. That's my friend though. No, for that's my friend though. That's some little fine shit. Little friend. Like, damn, bro. I said, I'll be like, hey, bro, let me ask you a question, bro. You can be 100 with me. Let's just be real, bro. I said, bro, I see you be coming to work mad. Like, you and your girl be getting into it. Like, yeah, she always try. I said, bro, is you with her because of the kids? Yeah. I'm like, I figured that, bro, because I personally couldn't. And this is just me. I got some partners, women don't work. They're stay-at-home wives. My niggas is going home doing dishes, throwing out trash, fixing the kids something to eat, coming to work with no lunch, washing their own clothes. I said, listen, I'm pro-choice. I'm not a misogynist. I feel like 50. I cook better than most women. I was raised by a single mom. I cook better than my mama. On everything. I cook better than my mama and my little sister. On everything. I'm probably one of the best cooking person in my family. I get asked to cook Thanksgiving dinner. I don't mind cooking. But if I'm paying all the bills, you don't work, and I'm making enough money so you can spend, and we going on trips and we doing this, the least you can do is clean the house and make me something to eat. At least do the housework. Like, that's the least you can do. That's the least you can do. That's the least. So I know my partners be like, man, I'm ready to leave her, but they such good. This generation of fathers are so better than our fathers. They gonna stick it out. Yeah, ladies, a lot of them dudes don't want to be with y'all. They're there because of them kids. Yeah. And a lot of dudes don't want to get divorced. Bro, listen. Now my pops be talking to me like, shit, I don't know how you deal with it. Because they know what's out here. We know what's up. Man, listen. Bruh, you have to be a strong man to be single right now. You have to. And I'm not even gonna go into that topic for this segue. I'm gonna segue out. Right? But what I will say before I leave here, because I'm not going to jump into that's a whole nother topic. We might talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow, right? But tonight, what I want to tell y'all is right dream, wrong team, compatibility before collaboration. Think about that. Understanding where you want to go and who you want to go there with, and can you go there with them? And how important it is to watch who you work with and understand their mental, their spiritual, and their physical, because that all plays a factor in that. And y'all have a blessed day. And before we go, hold on before we go. We got to do an outro song. And when we do an outro song, I like to play music by me, of course, but I want to showcase my singing skills that are trash, but I make it do. But what song do I want to play for you guys? I'll say that for tomorrow, okay? Actually, we'll do this song. This is my boy, me and Shine Tuck. Actually, my bad. I'm messing up here as a DJ. But this song right here is one of my favorite songs with my boy, Shine Tuck. One of the most talented artists coming out of Orange County. This is called Vibes. We're going out on Vibes.
Just do what you do. From the money to the coupe is all Nipsey Blue. Told security to only let the baddies come through. Last year you was poppin', boy, what happened to you? On this marathon, yeah, I got some lapping to do. And if it came to getting rich, it can happen to you. All you really gotta do is change your point of view. And if the demons feelin' moody, they gon' slide through. I got my niggas on the Ave and they wild too. I can get a nigga smoke black a mile you. Try to give a nigga inch, they'll mile you. Man, I'm getting all this money, I'ma smile too. Man, I go Shine Tuck, I sing to your bitch. Lie to her in the ear, tell her, yeah, I'm rich. Maserati shell, real big speaker, that's it. In the juice, motherfucker, this is really
promise if I make it by, I grip it nicely. Ay, when I hit it from behind, ain't no quitting. If I quit, it's cause you tried it. Mama said that I could get it for the night. Couldn't work, I go berserker with the pride. Taking a trip up down to Fiji for the night. Me and pastors tell me how you really like it. I be just chilling, killing, you know the vibe. Trying to get the back up on your life. I found percentage in this music, what's a lie? Gotta go invest it, impress them, this ain't no hype. Smoking up on me, shit don't quote me. This for my opponents, who really like growing it. I'ma go get it, how I'm living, this is life. All on the rules gon' fit in, but that's the vibe. I be just chilling, killing, you know the vibe. Trying to get the back up on your life. I found percentage in this music, what's a lie? Gotta go invest it, impress them, this ain't no hype. Smoking up on me, shit don't quote me. This for my opponents, who really like growing it. I'ma go get it, how I'm living, this is life.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Maserati Shells, talking Maserati podcast. Wow.